Welcome to the HIAC 8011 Plus how-to video series. Today we're going to be discussing how to perform the instrument setup. So from the main screen, we're going to select Setup and then Instrument. You can see that the 9 options on the screen, we're going to walk through each one of the options. So option number 1 is going to be your language option. You have 7 selections, so we're going to select number 2 for English, US. Number 2 and number 3 are going to be date and time under self-evident. Number 4 is going to be default view, whether it be table or histogram, so in a text format versus a graphical format. Option 5 is enable USB drive access. That is going to be yes. That means we can pull data out to the USB drive and also pull data in from the USB drive if we wish. Option 6 is going to be autosave to the USB drive. If that is set to yes, that means we're automatically going to save the data at the end of a sample, be automatically written out to the USB drive. If we have it set to no, then it won't be. 7, it's going to be pressure units. PSI, which is English. The other option is going to be metric, which refers to kPa. So we're going to go back to option 7. We're going to set that to English. We'll represent the pressure units in pounds per square inch. Option 8 is a minimum start pressure in PSI, is set to 40. That means that the instrument must pressurize the chamber to at least 40 PSI before the sample can begin. Option 9 is the drain level sensor. We have that disabled. This is the sensor that actually is resident in your waste reservoir to tell you whether or not it's full or that you're okay. So if we go to option 9, it gives us 3. It's normally open, normally closed, or disabled. I have mine disabled. I'm monitoring mine visually, but if you want to monitor electronically, you can do so. We'll go to the More tab. Here we can set up the chamber light intensity. So option 1 gives us all the way from 1 to 9 and then 0 being off if you want to turn it off. Degas option, this is prior to a sample. This allows you to pull the entrained air out of the sample using the degas function and the vacuum pump. And option 3 is enable printer auto cut, which means at the end of this, when you push sample and you want to print the sample, you want the tape to be automatically cut where you just have to pop it right off the printer. This is where you set it. Number 4 is enable the home button. If you select option 4, you can say yes or no. If you have it yes, and I recommend you always have it as yes, that means the home button is always available for you to use to come back to a very known position. 5 is the sound volume level 1. You have options 1 all the way to 9, which is very loud. I recommend leaving it at 1. Alarm sound, which is option 6, is enabled. So if we have an alarm, it's going to give us an audio indication of that. And last but not least is option 7, which is the key press beeps, which is enabled. If you want to disable that, you simply press that button to no, or disabled rather. Since the home button is enabled, we hit the home button and all of a sudden we're back to home. This completes the instrument setup of the HIAC 8011 Plus how-to video series. This is Bill Bars reporting.